Hi, my dear friends. Once again, I am welcoming you to the Principles of Event Management subject classes. So, previous class we discussing about the main management topics. In the previous class, we are discussing about the introduction to the event management, meaning of the management, and the definition of the management. After that, the scope of the management. First one is the subject matter of the management. Second one is the functional areas of the management. Third one is the management is an interdisciplinary approach. And the fourth one is the principles of management have an universal application. Fifth one is the management also includes scientific methods, human relations, and quantitative techniques. Now, in this class, we are discussing about the nature and characteristics of the management. It is a old topic for you, but it is too related to the event management. So before we are discussing to the event, we should know that. So these are all the basic elements related towards the event. Therefore, we are discussing about the meaning, definition, scope, and nature or characteristics of the management. Today's events are gaining so importance in the corporate world. Why? Because if without events, organization is unable to identify. Organization is unable to attract the shareholders, stakeholders, investors. So many techniques and tricks we are following nowadays to conduct such an events. If event is big, so becomes a big success means organization become highlighted in the corporate world. Infosys and Wipro, Accenture, all these companies, they are highlighted not only the efficient management as well as this the efficient conducting of the events. Therefore, we should know the how to manage the event. So before that, so we should know about what are the major characteristics of management once again. Yes, the first one is management is an activity. Management is an activity. It is very, very essential. Management is a process. We are very well known. Management is a process of organized activity. It is not only a individual activity, it is a organized activity which is concerned with the efficient and effective use of the resources. Either it may be human resources or it may be a natural resources of production. So resources include C. Resources includes materials, money, and people in the organization. So all these resources will be utilized in a systematic manner, in an organized manner. So that is what we called as a management is not a single individually activity. It is a group activity. It is as like the activity. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇವತ್ತು ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಒಂದು ನಿರ್ವಹಣೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಒಂದು ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ಕರಿತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ. It must and should performed in a systematic manner. Each and everything it will be counted. Each and every board of directors, shareholders, each and every persons, they getting the efficient performance analysis. Performance from each and every employee, how you are performing and how you are utilizing the materials. Either it may be a human or it may be a machine materials. Each and everything they are reported to the top level management or administrative level management. Therefore, it is the another nature here. Management is an activity. It is not a individually or the it is not a only a single person performing activity. It is a group activity. So this is the first nature of the management. And the second one is And the second one is, it is a purposeful activity. Purposeful is nothing but the objectives is clearly they are defined. Objectives is clearly they are defined. So management is an objective activity. It is concerned with the achievement of objectives through its functions such as planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling. These are all words you are very well known and familiar for you. So each and every management activities are the functions of the management. Either it may be planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling. All these objectives may be defined before, or the implicit and explicit means implicit means deciding in advance, explicit means after also they are following these objectives. See, this is the second characteristic nature of the management. In this one, it is very, very important we should know that management is not a funny activity. Management is a objectful activity. After this, the next one is, it is concerned with the efforts of a group. It is concerned with the efforts of a group. According to Appleby, he is a philosopher. According to Appleby tells us, management is concerned with the management of people, not the directions of the things. It inspires and motivates the workers to put forth their efforts to the maximum extent. See what they are telling us. Management is concerned with the efforts of a group. Management is concerned with the efforts of a group. So only the group activity will be more effective in the organization. Group efforts is more effective in the organization. Each and every organization is depending upon the employees' efforts. Therefore, so not only the management, also each and every person is responsible for the activity or the loss or profit of the organization. Therefore, management is not only a single person activity, it is a efforts of each and every group employees of the people. This is also another nature of the characteristics of the management. After this, the next one is, management is getting things done. Here, according to Coates and O'Donnell, management is an art of getting things done through and with the help of the people in formally organized groups. In other words, a manager, in other words, a manager does not do any operating work himself but gets it done through others. So, this is the important characteristic nature of the management. Management is not doing activity, it is getting activity. So what happens here, management is very very important activity. So according to the definition is given by the O'Donnell and Holmes, it is a art. So from whom the art will be performed means manager. Manager's art, management's art, their skills, their knowledge, their talent of getting things, getting the work from the people in the organized groups means. So this is the important point here. Each and every activities is not done himself by the manager. So he is working. He is give the guidelines to work to do this task do this work to each and every subordinates. Therefore, management is not doing things, it is getting things. It is also one of the nature of the ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಒಬ್ಬ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಸೊ ಕೆಲಸ ಕಾರ್ಯಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಕೆಲಸ ಕಾರ್ಯಗಳನ್ನ ಕೆಲಸಗಾರರಿಂದ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥವ್ನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಕೆಲಸ ಕಾರ್ಯಗಳನ್ನ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳಿಂದ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಡನ್, ಸೊ ನಾಟ್ ದೇ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. And the next characteristic feature is it applies economic principles. It applies economic principles. See what happens here? It applies economic principles is what is meant by economic principles. According to Dr. Kimball, management is the art of applying the economic principle that underlie the control of men and materials in the enterprise under consideration. See what they tells us, economic principle is nothing but, so it is a money principles. Each and every men and material we are purchasing and we are controlling under their remuneration and their salary. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ, ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ನೀತಿಯ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಸ್ಯಾಲರೀಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಮುಖಾಂತರ, ಅವರಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಕೂಲಿಯನ್ನ ಕೊಡುವಂತ ಮುಖಾಂತರ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ, ಅವರನ್ನ ಕೆಲಸಗಾರನಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಇಲ್ಲ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ನಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ನಾವು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತದ್ದಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಸಹ ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ನೀತಿಯ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನಡೀತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. The next characteristic feature is involves decision making. Involves decision making. So management involves decisions relating to various aspects of management. It is said that management is the decision making process and the decisions are involved in all functions of the management. See, this is the another nature of the management. What happens here? Each and every decision taken by the management, the right decision is taken by the right time. This is the most important point here. ರೈಟ್ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್, ಸರಿಯಾದ ನಿರ್ಧಾರವನ್ನ ಸರಿಯಾದ ಸಮಯಕ್ಕೆ ತಗೊಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಯಾರಿಗಿರುತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿರ್ವಹಣೆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ is held responsible for each and every activity, either it may be a planning, organizing, directing, controlling each and everything. Management should take the right decisions. Therefore it is very very important to take the decisions. So management is the decision making process. And the next one is, next function is management coordinates all activities and resources. This is the most important point here. Management should coordinate with the all the activities and resources. ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ಗೂ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ರಿಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಯುಟಿಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ರೆಕ್ರೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಈಚ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್, each and everything is very very essential. Each and everything is very very essential, and it will be coordinating with the all activities. It is concerned with the coordination of all activities and resources through its various functions to attain the stated objectives. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ it coordinates all activities and resources is nothing but ಈಚ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಬೈ ದಿ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿಗೂ ಯಾರು ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್ ನ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾಗ್ಲಿ, ಯುಟಿಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾಗ್ಲಿ, ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ದಿ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಅನದರ್ ನೇಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದಿಸ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್, it is a universal activity. What happens here? Management is a universal activity. Managers, irrespective of the enterprise in which they are working and their place in the organization structure, make use of management principles. It means that the techniques and tools of the management are universally applicable. It is very very familiar point for us. Each and every point in the each and every content in this point we are very well known. Why? Because Management principles is applicable in each and every organization. Either it may be administrative institutions, colleges, hospitals, and other financial institutions, banks, each and everywhere we are applying the management principles. Therefore, it is universally applicable, universally accepted principles. So, therefore, this is the universal activity. This is also one of the nature of management. After that, the next one is, it is an integrated process. It is an integrating process. See what they are telling us, it is an integrating process. What is meant by integrating? Combined, unified process. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಂಯೋಜನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಸೇರಿಸ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಸೇರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಟ್ಸ್, ಯುನಿಫೈಡ್, ಸೇರಿಸ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಇಟ್ ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಟ್ಸ್ ಮೆನ್, ಮಿಷಿನ್, ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿಯಿಂಗ್ ಔಟ್ ದ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ an enterprise and for achieving the stated objectives. It is said that the task of business management is the responsibility for building into a single working force the three factors: men, machine, material, and here the four M's is very very essential: men, machine, material, money. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮನಿಯನ್ನ ನಾವು ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So it is integrating process. What they are going to integrate, what they are going to unify, what they are going to combine together means men, machine, material. This three is very very important to carry out the activities of the organization. ನಾವು ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಯಾವ್ದ್ಯಾವ್ದು ನಮಗೆ ಮೋರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಪರ್ಸನ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಮಿಷಿನ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇದೆಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅನ್ ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಟೆಡ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎ narrow process, it is a integrated and wider process. This is also another nature of the management. After this, the next one is, it is concerned with the direction and control. This is the another important point here. It is concerned with the direction and control. Means what? So totally management is nothing but it is the activity of giving guidelines, and it is the activity of controlling the employees and then to reach the objectives of the organization. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಆ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಸನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ಸ್ಗೆ, ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಆಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮೆನ್ಸ್, ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ಸ್ಗೆ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗಿದಾರ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ವೆರಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಈ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದಿ nature of the management. It is concerned with the direction and control. Now the next characteristic feature is the management is a intangible. What is meant by intangible? We cannot see, we cannot touch. This is what we called as intangible. It is abstract and cannot be seen with the eyes. It is evidenced by the quality of the organization and the results we are seeing. What is the work of the management, such as increased productivity, increased morale of the subordinates? See what happens here. Management is the invisible, intangible activity. We cannot see, we cannot touch, we cannot feel. So this is what we call as intangibility. The nature of the intangibility we are seen in the management. We can't touch, we can't feel, we can't see with our eyes. So it will be in the results of the organization. We are getting the more profit, we are increasing our production, we are increasing our output. So what happens here? We can see in that results what is the progress or process, what is the efficiency of the management. This is also another nature of the management. After this, the next one is, management is both a science and an art. So this is the most important point here. Management is both the science and arts means we are very well known. So arts is a skills and talent. Science is a systematic study of body knowledge. Both we are combining together what we call as management. So in the science part, as well as in the arts part, we are having the more skills and talents to prove the each and every organization. So these principles as developed by the Henry Fell. It has developed a certain principles and laws which are applicable to any group of activity. It is also an art because it is concerned with the application of knowledge for the solution of the organization problems. See how they are telling us. So what is the characteristic feature of the management is nothing but, so management is a, both a science. It has a characteristic feature of the science as well as the characteristic features of the arts. So therefore we called it as management is a both science and art. The next one we are moving on. The next characteristic feature is it is a professional. Management is a professional. It is not a employment. It is not a business. Management is a profession. This is the most important point here. Gradually, it become a profession because there are established principles of management which are being applied in practice. So therefore, what we call as management is a professional activity. So it has their own principles, it has their own rules and regulations. If it has their own rules and regulations, what happens here? Then it become a profession. It is not comes under the employment, it is not comes under the business activity, it is a professional activity. After this, the next one is it is an interdisciplinary approach. It is an interdisciplinary approach. So what happens here? Management as a body of discipline takes the help of other social science like psychology, sociology, anthropology, engineering, economics, mathematics. See what happens here? Management is not a single approach. It is a interdisciplinary approach. Each and every other subjects of social science, psychology, sociology, engineering, economics, mathematics, each and every subject is connected and having a relationship with the management. Therefore, these are all what we called as characteristic features of the management. Once again, I am telling you here, the first one is the management as an activity. Second one is the it is it is a purposeful activity. Third one is the it is concerned with the efforts of a group. Next one is the management is getting things done, and it applies with the economic principle, involves the decision making, and it coordinates all activities and resources. It is a universal activity, and it is an integrating process. Then the it is concerned with the direction and control, and it is an intangible process. Management is a both science and arts. It is a professional. It is an interdisciplinary approach. These are all the characteristics of the management.